אני גם הייתי שמח שמח קצת יותר אור, אבל לא, כאילו אפשר להדליק את אלה, אבל זה להפך, על הקהל.
They sell like hotcakes. They should.
Me too. Thanks. Yes.
Happy Hanukkah! I know, it's really cool.
With Shalom Aleichem. Good time to close your eyes, take a breath in.
It's so fun to be here with all of you. And it's miraculous, perhaps. No? I have to talk louder. I'm just saying we're in the space of miracles this evening. And such gatherings feel miraculous these days, I would say. Like a miss. Yeah. So it's both Shabbat and Hanukkah. And our goal this evening is light, because that's one of the things that brings these two special days together, is light. They both begin with the lighting of the light, and they both spread light. So we're here to work on that. We're here in the midst of the worldwide darkness. And in this darkness, we can also see the light a little different. And the way, perhaps, the answer, maybe, for some of our problems with darkness, I would say the answer is normally music. So the new shul is really into music, and Beinenu is into music, and so we're here to make some music. And since I mentioned Beinenu, I'll just mention the passing of Rabbi Lori. We hold Rabbi Lori, the founder, along with Rachna, of Beinenu, in our hearts. She passed away about 10 days ago with cancer, and we'll mention her again during the Kaddish. But when I was thinking actually about Lori a little while ago, there was a story that came to mind. Lori, for those of you who didn't know Lori, I didn't know her well, but I did get to meet her. It was a fortunate thing, and she told me about her campaign of kindness. Kindness. She was into being kind. Be kind, she would say. So here's a story apropos the temple in Jerusalem that was destroyed long ago. The story goes like this. There's two rabbis, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai and Rabbi Yoshua. And they're walking around and they look at the broken temple. And Rabbi Yoshua says, "Oh, we now have no way to atone for our sins. It's finished for us." Right? Because the temple was the only place where you could make a sacrifice. And the sacrifices were about atonement also. We got no way to do it. Says to him Ben Zakkai, no, don't you worry. I got this one. He says, Gdola gmilut chasadim mi korbanot. The acts of kindness are far greater than any sacrifice. As is written, Ki chesed chafatzti velo zamach. I, says God, desire kindness more than sacrifices. So that's the story that came to me about Lori and her kindness. And with that kindness and the light and the music, I'd like to invite two of our newest members in the shul, Roxy and Aiden, to help us with the lighting of the Hanukkah candles. Never done it before? Okay. They're going to need your help because they've never done it before in front of people. You never lit, right? Okay. So you're going to hold this, and you're going to hold this for a second.
I know how to do it. I just have to.
Okay, cool. Well, since this is the first time, we'll even though it's not the first night, we'll say a Shechianu too. So you guys have to stand here looking pretty for the first two blessings. And then in the third one, you guys are going to light, okay? You can start, actually right now you can light the shamash with that guy.
I don't.
There you go. You want me to do it? I can do that.
I'm scared. No.
You got it.
Nope.
No? Okay. Not happy around. Okay. Now, I'll tell you when it's time for you to do something. For now, you can just say the blessings with that. Okay, everybody, here we go. Ready?
It isn't appreciated so far.
Hanukkah.
right? And then this. You do one, and then you do the other. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'ehyanu v'hiranu Now that we've lit the first set of candles, we also have to light the second set of candles for Shabbat. I'd like to invite Maya Wexler and Michael Bosnick up for the lighting of the Shabbat candles. How would it do it? And I'll invoke my mother's tradition of bringing into your consciousness one person who is not here, who you're thinking of in this moment.
in this time of different opinions coming from different sources.
Closer to your mouth.
Oh, closer to my mouth. In this time of coming together with different ideas and different opinions, different sources. And some people say the glass is half empty, the glass is half full. So last night I was talking to my friend Jack Levinov, who's played here a number of times. And I said to him, you know, Jack, given the situation, we should maybe only light 7 candles on Hanukkah because of the darkness. And he said, no, we should light 9.
There's about 7 other verses. Let me introduce you to, I think you guys, does everybody know Daphne? I think everybody knows Daphne. This is Daphne. And I think everybody, or almost everybody knows Jonathan. And And then there's two folks here who have been around, but I'll remind you because it's been a while. This is Shul Hanukkah over here. Rashid on joins us from Fez, right? Rashid? Yeah. Born and raised in Fez. When did you come here? Why? What is the world? 2001. Okay, she's been here for 20 some years making music. And over there is Zafir. Yeah, Zafir from Quds, from Jerusalem, from the holy city. Yeah. Zafir, how long have you been here?
22 I think like
Me too. I think. Okay. Wow. Right.
There's no Americans in this
So the way we kind of structured this evening is we're going to do a bunch of prayers, some Shabbat prayers. We started already, and then at some point we're going to kind of hand it off to the concert to Andalusian nights or Andalusian lights, and but we're gonna use some of these wonderful musicians for some of the prayers. So I'll let Daphne introduce the Lechadodi that you guys do.
Yeah. So it's time to learn a new Lechadodi. Didn't you? You've been waiting to learn a new Lechadodi, right?
Yeah.
So again, Lechadodi Likrat Kala Pnei Shabbat Mekabela. This is the prayer, mystical prayer of imagining the Shabbat as a bride that we are welcoming. A bride, and at some point we sometimes stand and like welcome her. So this intimate feeling with Shabbat and bringing someone so important. We are going to combine in Moroccan music, and the Jews of Morocco took a lot of time songs that were popular songs in Morocco and put liturgical words on them. And you'll see we'll do it a few times tonight. But the one that I want you to learn is the Lechadodi. Again, there is really no holier prayer than 999 or the prayer of the heart. The Hebrew is extra. So Rashid, can you just give us the melody? That's all it is. Let's try. Now if you know the melody, you can add it. Don't stop or leave the what it is about.
أنا ماني فيش. It means if I don't have things I need, I don't have to be stressed, to be sad or something. Why? Because the God is gonna give me what I need. أنا ماني فيش. وش يبني. I don't have to worry about it. والخالق, it means God, يرزقني. You give me what I need.
You're rich when you're happy with all that you have. You do your thing now.
ربي خلق لنا سنين والرزق خلق يا ربي اشعلي يا بنتي اطلق من غصنينش والخاطب يرزقني قلبي نظرية وانا عليا قلبي ملحظية حاسبي سلبي ربي لا تخفيها ورضاك يدي وانا ملعب يا ربي وزيد حبيبي انا مالي فيا اشعل يا بني تطلق ما استيهاش والخالق يرزقني أنا مليكي أشعل يا بني اطلق ما استيهاش والخالق يرزقني والخالق Let's close our eyes for a second. Take a breath. We're going to combine two prayers, a Shema Yisrael and the Amidah. We'll say the Shema Yisrael together, and then we'll sit in the silence of the Amidah for a moment before we go into our prayer for peace.
So they say that in the darkness, you're able to see the light. And I just got back from Israel on Monday, and I wanted to share some reflections on that, on what I saw there that has to do with seeing light in the darkness. The ability to see light that was there that we couldn't see before. There's a prayer that we sang just a little while ago called Ma'oz Tzu, right? Ma'oz Tzu Yeshuati. But we sing it, and then we don't really think much about what it means, right? Like a lot of prayers. Let's think for a second about what that means. These words have become very important to me, and they'll guide me a little bit as I try and mumble through some of my understandings from over there. So, Ma'oz. Ma'oz is like a fortress or a sphere. It's about strength. The strength or the fortress. Tzu, try saying tzu. Tzu is a rock, but it's not a little rock. It's like the rock within a mountain. Yeah, it's like the inside of the mountain, there's this massive rock. And I don't know if it's breakable or not, although I have seen mountains kind of shaved down for highways. But there's something about that rock that is deeply strong. So the strength of that rock, yeah? In other words, this rock has a strength or receives its strength from something that is maybe not physical, or from somewhere else. The source of the strength of the rock, yeah? Which rock? Tzu Yeshuati. Say Yeshuati. Yeshuati means my salvation. My salvation, right? It's a word that for some of us is a bit remote because it has a religious connotation, salvation. But I think we can all connect with the idea that something might save us. Something might offer us a way through the difficulty to feel different. Yeah? So the strength of the rock of my salvation. Yeah? We each of us have this. Each one of us has the strength of the rock of my salvation. And I would like to offer that on Hanukkah, we say it because this, whatever this is inside each of us, it can't be broken. That is indestructible, whatever that is. So there's something inside of us that is indestructible, maybe. And maybe also on a societal level. I'm saying this in part because when I was there, I felt a very strong sense of resilience from the people I met. It surprised me. My sister-in-law told me, for the first time in my life, I'm choosing to live here. She's lived there her whole life. Yeah? So I met a few different people who gave me a sense that when I spoke to them, when I looked at what they were doing, what I saw was their ma'oz too. Something that despite everything, right, because the war really shook us all up so deeply that we started wondering about our foundation. Some of us at least, many of us started wondering, well, what do I actually feel, what do I actually think, right? But then I met all these people who had it and who I could see it. So I'll tell you about a few of them quickly, and then we'll get back to the music. Yeah? So the first was a man named Yaakov Godo. When I got off the airplane, my father took me straight to the Knesset, and in front of the Knesset there's a tent, and in that tent are several people who are there and have vowed to stay there until the Netanyahu government falls. One of them, the founder of this place, his name is Yaakov Godo. He walks around with a shirt with his son, a picture of his son who was murdered on October 7th. Yeah? In Kisufim. And I asked myself, if chas v'chalila something like that would happen to me, what would I do? I would crawl into some place in despair, and I don't know what's left to do. But he took 30 days to mourn, and then he came there to the Knesset and parked himself in a tent. But by the way, yesterday was somebody tried to light it on fire, and they caught a suspect actually. And he's there, and he's not the only one. I came there on Monday, it was raining, there weren't all that many people, but there were maybe 10, 20 people who were there just to sit and drink coffee with those people and kind of connect with that sense that we have to do it. And so what's the salvation, the rock that was there before? Well, this guy had spent his life anyways fighting the occupation. And so how did we get here? Right? So he's there to continue that fight, and he's not going anywhere until the government falls. Right? That gave me hope. The second time I came there was on Friday for Kabbalat Shabbat. And there was a musician who you guys probably know called Achinoam Nini. Noah, they call her here. She was another person who I felt that rock. Yeah? She's a big musician, that's right. She's very important. And there were, by the way, this time there weren't just a couple dozen people, there were hundreds of people who came, and this thing is growing and it's going to grow. It's going to grow. And Achinoam, the amazing thing about her, she sang all kinds of amazing songs, but the amazing thing about her was her use of the word
Salam.
close.
Shalom.
Shalom. Yeah. Shalom, she said that's my favorite word, right? And she sang these words about shalom. She said, this crisis is so deep that it may actually have the power to shake us out and move us towards shalom. Again, this is a woman who has been working on that for her whole life. Not only that, she also shared with us that her daughter had gone into the army the week before, planning on becoming a combat soldier because she feels the threat. So your daughter's doing that, and you're standing there and saying shalom, shalom. And that's a rock. That was very powerful. Another, this is a different type of rock that I experienced when I called our friend Erica and our friend Salah, who lives in Kafr. He's a Palestinian citizen of Israel. The rock that I felt when I spoke to him, and I heard about it from Daphna when she spoke to Zafia, to other Palestinians, but in true friendship, there's a type of rock that can't really be shaken. And so there's sometimes these moments in which you don't know how your Palestinian friend, when you're Israeli, how is the person going to respond? And there's nerves. You don't know. But when there's a friendship and when there's a person who you trust, then there's a type of rock there called friendship. And there's a trust. And so that was a different type of rock that I experienced that I thought I would also share. Another one of these people who will be here on Monday is my dad. Him and my mom, Eileen, are in Chicago. Now they're flying over here on Monday. And actually, I'm hoping to gather people to on Sunday or the following Sunday or Monday to hear my dad speak about what's going on in the West Bank, because he's very active in the West Bank. And that's the type of rock that I experienced from my dad, which has been driving me really crazy. Because my father for many years has been an activist in the Ayush. The Ayush means living together. It's a Jewish-Arab partnership for peace. And he's been working to protect these and support these Palestinian villages in the West Bank, in the Jordan Valley, and in the South Hebron Hills that are under attacks by these really crazy extremist settlers. So the whole country is volunteering. Everybody's volunteering, going down south to help with agriculture, helping families who are refugees and need support for their kids. Everybody's volunteering, but my dad and his group of activists, their volunteering is to go out and sleep the night in one of these villages under threat, because the settlers are coming and saying, if you're not all out of here by tomorrow, we're going to kill you. So it's driving me crazy because I'm scared for my 75-year-old father. But there's a type of rock there. Maybe it's stubbornness, but it's a type of rock. There's a rock. That's his salvation. The only times during this war that my father has really felt whole and good are when he was there. When he was there, supporting. And then I get back home, and I'm invited to speak to the representatives of the hostages, the representatives of the families of the hostages in Brooklyn. I'm meeting with a bunch of rabbis, and there's a woman there by the name of Alana Zaychik, who you may have read her op-ed a few weeks back in the New York Times. This is a Brooklynite woman from Yemenite roots. 6 of her family members were kidnapped by Hamas on the 7th. 5 have, thank God, been returned, but 1 is still there. And she's been working on this issue ever since. And the amazing thing about it was, to me, was here's what she had to say. She said a lot of things, but one of the things that really struck me, as she's there speaking to a group of rabbis in Brooklyn, there were maybe 15 rabbis in the room, she tells us, what do we need to do? We need to go and look at the images from Gaza. That was part of her advice. Yeah? And I think she's trying to say, in order to speak about this and to keep this issue alive as a humanitarian issue, we have to be humanitarians. We have to be real humanitarians, not partial humanitarians. There's something of a rock there. right? She's connected to something, and she spoke about, her political identity from which she came, and that she finds herself in. Yeah. So that was Arana, and then this is the last thing I'll tell you. It's about an organization called Eretz Lekulam, a land for all, and they describe a possible solution to this conflict, which has to do with which is an idea of a confederation. Whether or not anybody thinks this will work or not, we don't know. But they're saying something that I think has become clear in this darkness. They're saying the notion of separation has brought us here. What we are experiencing now is deep separation. And the answer to that is not more separation. The answer is some kind of collaboration, some kind of working together, standing together, because that's simply the reality, right? We have, right, the ma'oz tzul of this moment, the thing in this moment that isn't going anywhere, is the fact that nobody's going anywhere. And that separation is not what's going to work, right? Suddenly we're in this situation in which it used to be that there was lefty dreamers who said, oh, we have to love each other and coexist and kumbaya. And now it's not that anymore. It's simply the reality. And there's a light, as far as I can tell, there's a light shining on that fact. What we got left to do is be together. So let's figure out how to do that. The Ma'oz Tzul has to do with the fact that we share. We share this place, we share this world. That's the Ma'oz Tzul. It's not going away. It's not going to be broken. That's my. Those are some of my experiences from Israel. Some of the thoughts, and with that, I think we're before we go back to the music, we're going to say Kaddish, and when we say Kaddish tonight, we're going to be thinking of seems like almost 19,000 victims of this war so far. So we're thinking of them. We're thinking also of Rabbi Lori. And we're thinking of people in the community, in our community who died during this time of year, over the years. Linda Bentley, Max Casper, Eric Gross, Jerzy Kapuchevsky, Ella Rome, Florence Florence Kaufeld, Florence Ann Valley, John Maynard, Abraham Mearson, Harris Osno, Albert Shore, Beatrice Shore, Irving Tick, Edwin Weinman, Meyer Weinstein, and if I mispronounced any of those names, please give me the right pronunciation. Okay, and I'm gonna pass my gaze around the room, and if anybody is thinking of anyone in particular who passed either during the last period or during this time of year, I invite you to speak their names.
Jean Feldberg.
Jean Felber.
Feldberg, yeah. Marilyn Altamura.
Marilyn.
Norman Lear.
Nora Lear.
Rosalind Kirk.
Rosalind.
Judith Schwartz.
Judith Schwartz.
Greg Huner.
Ray
Huner.
Huner.
Solomon Levine.
Solomon Levine.
Seymour Topple.
Seymour Topple.
Kira Shorstein.
Sorry?
Carol Goldstein.
Carol Goldstein.
Norman Lear.
Rabbi Benjamin.
Norman Lear.
Norman Lear, yes. Lucas Bender. Sandy Simon. Abram Washington.
Arlette Schlitt.
Arlette Schlitt. Elena. Tauschen. Luna Ben Shoshani. Everybody get a please rise. Speak the words of peace, you know. Yitgada, Yitgada, Shemera, Ve'alma, Yivrach, Yitgada, Ve'amrit, Malchutei, Ve'chayekon, Ve'yekon, Ve'chayekon, Ve'Yisrael, Ve'agada, U'zman Karev, Ve'yivu, Amen. Yehi Shemera, Ve'olach, Ve'olam, Ve'olam, Yivrach, Ve'yisharach, Ve'yifa'al, Ve'yifa'al, Ve'yinaseh, Ve'yitgada, Ve'yitadeh, Ve'yitadeh, Shmei, Ve'yishar, Ve'yivu, Le'elam, Kol V'chata, V'shirata, Tushbata, V'chata, Ta'imah, V'amah, Ve'yivu, Amen. Yehi Shemera, Ve'yishar, Ve'chayim, Ve'yim, Kol Yisrael, Ve'yivu, Amen. Oseh Shalom, V'romah, V'yaseh Shalom, Kol Yisrael, Kol Yoshvei V'tevei, Ve'yivu, Amen. Thank you. Please be seated. I pass it to Dr.
I was just about to say, please be seated or not, if you feel like dancing. Yeah, what can we do? We need to battle the darkness with joy and with friendship and with community. That's what we need to do. And that's what our people have been doing forever. So hopefully we'll be able to help you guys. I know it's going to help us. Zafar and Rashid and I have been friends for many, many, many years. I'm not going to cry. It's a big honor to have them here. They've also been in the new show before, but for me personally also it's very special because we've done things together. Rubeinu and Rabbi Lori love Rashid and Zafar. So in her memory it would be incredible to do some few songs for you. And yeah, so many words, but let's just sing and play. So Rashid, the music we do together is Andalusian music, Moroccan music, evoking and has its sources in Andalusia, 15th century even and before, the golden time, as we call it, of nothing has ever been perfect. But Andalusian time where there was some kind of like coexistence and also a lot of exchange scholarly and artistically between Muslims, Christians and Jews. And you know what? Shabbat is our time to imagine utopia. Shabbat is the time to sit in the possibility and the potential and to take a break from the whole and from what is going on. So, Rashi, what should we start with? Okay, I'm going to stand a little bit because it's hard for people to see in the back, so I'm going to represent the people who are sitting. Bin and Barah is a beautiful song, again, that has originally words, the Arabic words that Rashid was singing, but the Moroccan jury also used it for Ki Eshmera Shabbat, a piyut about Shabbat.
Bin al-Barah wal-Yom, between yesterday and today. Louida ya Mahla was beautiful nights I spent with my love. بين البلح واليوم louida ya Mahla بها الطرح المغروب عمرها تنسى بين البلح واليوم louida ya Mahla بها الطرح عديت مع زاني وحدة الفستان الولاية تبلى بالأم السوسة يا ليل يا عين.
What are you going to say?
Let's sing together. After me. يا ليل يا ليل يا عيني يا ليل يا عيني بين البلح واليوم الويلة يا محبة يشفي عشان يشفي والويلة يا بنت البلد بتفكرك كل يوم يا بنت البلد بتفكرك كل يوم يجي قلبي فرح اسكت مع ليالي يا ليل يا عيني يا ليل يا عيني You're gonna sing Yaroy. It's Algerian song. That's very famous song. Yaroy hits me with the farm and people they look for better life. They like to move from their country to go to another country. To work or to get more money. Yes. Like that?
It all feels too real.
Yeah. And we saw another generation, they go, the young people, we say, hey, where are you going? I'm going to France, I'm going to Belgium, I'm going. Tell them, many of you, they go, and they come back. Don't forget your place. Don't forget your صوت وسكن الجبال صوت وسكن الجبال ولا صرت حنين ولا صرت حنين رايح ويسافر توقع يا وزولي شحال بدلوا العباد الغافلين كرهتهم يا رايح ويسافر توقع يا وزولي شحال بدلوا العباد الغافلين قبلكم قبلي شحال شفت البلدة عمري والبرد الخريب شحال ضيعت وقع شحال زين مازال مخبي يا الغيب في بلاد الناس شحال تعيان ما تجري زين واحد القدرة ولا زمان والجد ما تدري يا رايح وين تسافر تروح تعيان تولي والعباد الغافلين قبلكم قبلي يا رايح وين تسافر تروح معايا وتولي شحال بدموا العباد الغافلين قبلكم قبلي علاش قلبي حزين علاش بدك الزوال ما تدوم الشدة ويلا تزيد تعيط وتبكي ما يلوموا ليا ولا يلوم صغرك وصغري يا حبيبي ومسكين الديرة زهرك ظهري يا الله يحبي ويسامح تروح عيال تولي يا مسافر نعطيك وصيتي بها عملي شوف ما يصلح بيك قبل ما تبيع وما تشتري ما يلوموا ليا ولا يلوم صغرك وصغري يا حبيبي ومسكين اللي غفرك يغطي يا رايح وين مسافر
Because that's what we do, but this is time to say Shabbat Shalom. Misha, you want to say something before? May there be less suffering. May all the hostages come back safe. May everyone be safe.
I want to say, I just want to invite Julie, who's gonna give a few announcements, and then I want to say that there was some great dancing going on out there.
Great one for us.
Okay, so let's just keep going back to dancing, I guess we have Kiddush also, but let's do Judy.
Some announcements? Okay. Okay. I know everyone wants to get back to music, so I will try to make this quick. First, I just want to say, as I struggle with my glasses, I just want to say that it is so wonderful to see all of you, and there are so many new faces, and that is such a delight. So please, if you haven't already, please introduce yourself to me or to Susan Myers, who's back there. She's waving. She's our executive director of everything. Okay, and I want to give you one joke I heard. If you have trouble explaining Hanukkah to anyone, you say, especially young people, you say, imagine your cell phone was on 10% and it lasted 8 days. Right? Okay, a few announcements real quick. Everything is always on our website, but I don't know if everyone checks the website, but you can. It's doshul.org, and there's a calendar out there. December 15th, next Friday, we have one of our living room Shabbats. It'll be in Brooklyn, but Manhattanites, it's in Dumbo, so it's very close. And these are wonderful. These are wonderful. It's a potluck dinner, but it's very coordinated. And it's great discussion. There's some prayer, there's some music. It's really special, and I encourage everyone to sign up for one at some point. January 12th, we have another virtual Shabbat to be announced, our content. But those have been going terrific. January 19th, this is very exciting. We are having another jazz Shabbat. And this last year, I know, it's so exciting. Last year's was very successful, and we were in a tiny, cramped, wonderful studio. This time, we will be at the National Jazz Museum of Harlem. So that's going to be totally cool, and there's lots of room. So please put that on your calendars and bring friends. I'm moving on. Fall Hebertot have started. One is by our dear Rabbi Abby, who is not here right now, but she's teaching a Hasidic text through a modern lens. And this is pretty wonderful because she's doing exactly that. Laws and rules and texts that we think of, oh, they're Hasidic, they must be so rigid. She's really breathing life into them and space into them, and there's a lot to learn there. She's a wonderful teacher. And our dear Ilana Ponette, who's back there, she is once again teaching women in the Bible, Talmud, and is focusing through a theme of improvisation in keeping with our theme for this year, and showing us and helping us understand better how all these extraordinary women have handled crises and situations and so on. So I encourage you to join in. They've only had one session. You didn't miss anything. You can jump in anytime, okay? And the last thing I want to say is, of course, Misha's doing his weekly Torah Bite. These are so fun. This year, the focus is on Haftarot.
Hey, wow.
I'm learning. And it's terrific. You take an hour on a Thursday after your lunch, what have you, and it's a great discussion. Last couple things. There is an art fair back there, some art by artists in our community. We would love to sell some of that to you. Our extraordinary Itamar, right there, his extraordinary photographs are on sale. You can scan through, you can order different sizes. They're mostly at the Shul and also from many of his wonderful travels. There is an auction for some work by Bouvet. We will announce the winners of those auctions after the food, and that brings me to the food. We've got a ton of food, so please stick around. We've got vegetarian chili, we've got latkes, of course we do, and lots more. So thank you all for being here. Did I forget anything, Susan? I don't think so. Okay, thank you all, and it's so good to see all of you here. Thanks for joining us.
I would like to invite Gabby and Jeff Casper to lead us in the as they know from the long email I told something about them, to lead us in the Kiddush and the Motzi. Improvisation.
Oh, improv.
There's wine over there, and there's a ton of food over there, and they'll do music and dancing shortly. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, Manu's going to do Motzi. Manu, go. Go, Manu. Do the Motzi. You guys are just doing
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei bri ha'gafem.
Manu's gone, so
He was here.
he's right there. Manu, go, Manu, go! No, Manu. Here we go. You guys want to pass this around? Wherever you want.
There is one way
Thank you.
תגיד שלום. תגיד שלום.
Joy, we can change the chairs. Chairs around. Make a party. Make a
More,